Hello, everyone. The experimentation with fire tank continues. So, as you can see by that purple skull around me, we are testing if Ebon can be viable on tank. And I'm happy to report, yes, yes, it can. Um, a lot of people skip over the fact that Ebon actually has 30% damage mitigation when you cast a finisher. So it's not just raising your might, it's also causing damage mitigation. So everybody thinks of it strictly as a DPS artifact, when in fact it can be used as both. Um, the penalty is that your power cost of additional powers keeps going up until you cast a finisher where it will burn all your stacks and replenish all the power that you lost back to you, and also increase all power coming into you by a lot. So everybody thinks there's a huge cost, but if you watch through this video, now there is quite a bit of lag. I'm having problems with my Starlink, I think. So I'm going to be going to a hard cable Ethernet cord here as soon as it comes in the mail. So hopefully that'll fix that. But if you pay attention to um, specifically my power bar, you're going to see my power never really gets that low. Because if you're doing it correctly, when you get the purple skull, you're um, doing your finisher and getting all your power back. So you can see I'm burning some power. Boom, goes right back up. I get my power back. Probably doesn't hurt that the troll was pretty good in this. You'll see him; he's a little overzealous with his CC tactics, but I would rather have a troll that CCs than doesn't CC. And for those you don't know, that's crowd control. It used to be a common thing in this game, is your trolls would actually help the tank control ads. Not just buff the group and not just give power. They actually would control the ads and really help the tank out a lot. Helps them take a lot less damage. So I'm running with two healers here and a troll that's doing a lot of stuns. You can see those perma stuns there. That is not me. That is him. And I'm fine with that. The only thing I would say to him if I was to talk to him, hey, let me pull in the ads and then stun. Other than that, you're doing it perfect. But again, cool. You like to stun the ads right off the bat. Um, it doesn't allow me to group them very well, but that causes me less danger. Causes the group less danger because an ad that's stunned and on the pike there, if you will, um, and yet again, we have DPS that are jumping in without the tank. I'll never get it. You're just you're getting out DPS'd anyway by the tank, so you're jumping in thinking that you're going to get a jump on damage. You're not. And this guy's water, and he almost gets doubled up by me in this raid. Um, so they just need to chill out, wait for the tank, and you won't die so much, and you won't lose so much DPS. But this troll, kudos to him. A little quick on the stuns, but again, I would rather have him be a little quick with CC than not have the CC at all. But if you continue to pay attention to my power here, you're going to see my power is really not hurting that bad. So the quote unquote penalty for Ebon isn't nearly as bad as people think. Yes, if you are super power intensive, which I am, and you're not casting your finisher, look, jumped in without the tank again, and then wonders why he's dead. But if you're casting the finisher when you should, which is when you get the purple skull, um, then you won't have nearly as many problems. And you'll see, I mean, good troll, but at the end, you're going to see that my power in is not that high. I'm the highest in the group, as I usually will be, just because I'm casting a lot of powers very quickly, doing a lot of clipping. I use my tank powers to do a lot of clipping. As you can see, I just clipped 3 powers there. So I am going through quite a bit of power, and tanks don't have as high of a power pool as a lot of other powers. Um, But you're not really ever seeing me come anywhere near to struggling, just having a troll that's giving me power. And you'll see when I do my finisher, you'll see a big burst of power come back to me. And it also increases the amount of power that the troll is giving to you. I know I said that, but just kind of driving that home that Ebon's is not as bad as people think. The problem I think people get into with Ebon is they run it on DPS a lot and they wait for Omega Beam. Well, Omega Beam can take a while, especially in some people's DPS loadouts. Take a while for you to get full Omega Beam, and if you're waiting for that to be your finisher, yeah, you're going to deplete yourself of power pretty quick. Um, as you can see, I've got the purple skull there, and got knocked down before I could actually do my finisher. Uh, I'm terrible at remembering the names, but as you can see, I'm using the White Lantern ability that is an AoE. That is also a finishing move. It doesn't hit as hard as like Orchid does, um, but what it does do is it helps me keep Ebon and keeps Ebon going.
What?
Because I can get all that power back.
Whose name?
So as you can see, I'm having no issues. Having two healers was great. So me and both healers, all three had about the same amount of heals out. Now most of the heals that I have are coming right back to me because I'm doing a lot of self healing, a lot of self healing. So everybody was. I've had a few people talking in some of my videos about back in the day we used to run with two tanks, and you always used to run with two trolls back in the day. You'd have the POT troll, and then you would have a troll that did recharge and did most of your debuffs. So, I mean, that was always the norm back in the day, back when content was quite a bit harder. So, like I was talking about in that Discord chat and in the videos and the chats in my videos, I totally don't mind when I have multiple of the same role. I ran with two tanks last night. I'm running with two healers. I've ran with two trolls. It's all good. We still finished this in 14 minutes. So what's the problem? See how he didn't let me group them before he stunned them? If he would have let me pull them to the center and then stun them, that would have been perfect. But it's still making it so I can jump around more, actually. A lot of times when you get that many ads in, you're kind of jumping over them to get to the other ads. Again, a little overzealous. Like I'm trying to pull that ad over to the left, but he keeps stunning them, so I can't. Trying to pull those ads in, he kept stunning them, so I can't. But like I said, if they're stunned, that means they're not doing damage either to me or the group. So all good. He had his debuffs up the whole time. Good troll. Love it. I love it. I love it. If you happen to see this video, troll, good job. Healers, good job. Everything was pretty smooth. The only deaths I really saw were DPS jumping in when they shouldn't be jumping in. DPS doing melee, facing the boss instead of getting on his backside. Ooh, there's another big hit of lag. It's really frustrating, especially as a tank to run with so much lag, because a lot of times that means death. And normally I wouldn't die at this raid at all. It's actually not that hard to stay alive. I've soloed this raid by myself. So I can stay alive, but when you get 5 seconds of lag right there, you don't even know what powers you're pushing at that point or where your health's at or anything. So a little frustrating. But anyway, with that, I was going to just let you guys watch the rest of the video. You could see a guy right there before I let end the video. He had purple skull up, and then he's just spamming jackhammer. He's probably having power issues because he's not casting his finisher to get his power back on that Ebon right there. So with that, I'll put on some music and I'll let you guys watch the rest. Music. OZ out.